So we very often have these huge waves of grief that come over us in our horrible situation. And what I want to address in this little video is a technique that I have used to overcome those waves of grief. And please, on YouTube, please do subscribe to this channel. There's a little button below me that says subscribe, and then click on the little bell button next to it and you'll be notified as new videos go live. So this is what happened to me this week. I was looking through some photographs and I found the little book that Claire wrote, and she's called it her dream catcher. And in her dream catcher book, she has written what will be happening to her in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years and 20 years from the day she wrote this book on the 17th of March 2009. And she died almost to the day, in fact, yeah, almost to the day, 4 years later. And in this book, she'd written what she wanted to be doing with her career, with fun, family, friends, environment, romance, money and health. And when I read what Claire wanted to be doing in her life, what her dreams were, boy, can I tell you, that thumped me in the heart. That got me. An overwhelming wave of grief hit me, even though it's 8 years ago that she died. So I want to share with you 4 little steps that I've started to use when I feel these waves of grief. Give these a go. Step number 1 is to notice it's a feeling. Wow, I've had a feeling. Notice it's a feeling. Step number 2, this is the tricky one, don't label the feeling. When we label things of, oh, that was grief, or oh, that was a bad one, or oh, that was something else, that's when we go off on a story. We label it as something, and then we say, oh yeah, well, when I've experienced that, I should be doing this or feeling this, and that's not fair, and we're off on a story. And all of that happens in our head. If we just feel it and do not label it. Don't label it. It's a feeling. That's it. That's where it stops. No labeling, no stories. It's a feeling. Step 3 is to self-soothe. If we'd experienced this and we were telling a friend how horrible this wave of grief was, they'd probably put their arms around us and they'd soothe us. And we can do the same. And we can say to ourselves, that is horrible. It's horrible you have to go through that. That's so unfair that you have to go through that. What a horrible thing to have to go through, you poor thing. And self-soothe. Because it's important that we can do that for ourselves. And 4th is to notice that we're suffering. And that suffering is a human condition, and it's the one thing that draws all humans together. And because we've not labelled our suffering, we've just noticed it's a feeling. We're not comparing it with anybody else, because that would be a label and then we're off on a story. And we're not judging it against anybody else, because that would be a label and then we're off on a story. We're just noticing it's a feeling. We're self-soothing. And we're recognizing that this is what makes us human. We are not alone. I'm not alone. This is what humans do. We suffer. And that's a feeling. And I can self-soothe. So just try those 4 steps the next time you have that feeling of overwhelming grief. Notice it. Don't label it. Self-soothe and recognize that this is what makes you human and you are not alone.